No, it's exciting. It's a great opportunity. This building will have no lack of energy. It's going to be a fun, exciting opportunity, and we're optimistic about our chances.
Front right, Mike.
Kyle, similar question. You didn't get to play 1 and 2 here. Just how much is this a dream for you to play a big Eastern Conference final game in a building like this?
Yeah, it's going to be awesome. Obviously, played in this building a lot over my career, and it's going to be nice to be out on the ice and won't be able to, hear the fans chirping me from the press box. So, no, I'm really looking forward to it. Like Eki said, the atmosphere in here is incredible, and it's going to be a fun challenge for us.
Front right, Alan.
Kyle, just what does this mean to you to be in this position, 2 wins from the Cup final at this stage of your career, after all you've worked and gone through?
That means a lot. When you get a little bit older and you're in this game for a while, you have a bit different perspective, and especially in the situation that I've found myself in through my whole career, not having a lot of postseason success, how fleeting it can be, and that you don't have all the time in the world. And so I'm just trying to soak every moment up and make sure that I'm enjoying it and focusing on the task at hand.
Front left, Mark.
Aaron, you guys have done a very good job on their top scorers, Panarin and Kreider and Mika. Can you speak to the kind of job you feel like you have done to date so far in these first 4 games?
Yeah, we're just trying to skate with them. Obviously, I play with one of the best defense partners in the league, and Gustav Forsling, and thankful for that every day. So, just try to support each other and make it hard on opposing teams. That's our job, and we take pride in it.
When their production has been so down as it has in the series, do you sense frustration at all on the ice, from them when you're playing against them and they're not able to break through?
Nope, they're world-class players, and I don't see frustration in them. I see guys that are chomping at the bit to make things happen on the ice. So it's important for us to stay focused.
Right side, second row.
Yeah, Kyle, to piggyback off the last question I asked you, we've talked before about your role in adjusting to how you were going to be used once you got traded over here. Just in the playoffs, when it seems like you come in, you find ways to produce whenever you come in. Just the balance of knowing what you can do and also having to go through the stretches of maybe not being in the lineup and just trying to stay the course when you're waiting for your time to get back in.
Honestly, this group makes it easy to do that with the guys that are in the locker room and how accepting that they were from day one of me, and I just tried to come in, and I spoke about it right away when I came in, just be a spoke in the wheel and not disrupt anything, but add something when I can. And whether I'm in the lineup or not, I just try to be the same person. And obviously when you're in the lineup and you have a bit more of a voice and a bit more of an impact on the game, I just try to be myself and help the group in any way that I can. But yeah, it's just been a fun ride, and I'm soaking it in.
We'll stay right side, second row.
For Aaron, just in terms of the penalty kill and the way maybe the Rangers have evolved this series, or have you noticed that they've tried to evolve in what they've been trying to do to beat you guys, just because you guys have been able to have the success you've had against such a successful unit to this point?
Yeah, absolutely. You saw it in the Carolina series. They did that stretch. They kind of stretched the zone out and moved it around extremely well. I mean, they find each other, they move their feet. The gives and goes. They've opened us up a few times, so it's important for us to look at those details and figure out a way to counter it.
Front right, Mike.
Aaron, Paul was talking yesterday just about how unique of a player Carter Verhaeghe is. He's not exactly built like your typical hockey player, no calves, things like that. So
An accountant, I think you said.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, great. So that wonderful. That ended up in the locker room. In truth, like, how does he get it done? Like, it's just amazing watching him. His grit, his speed, and then obviously the clutch goals.
Yeah, I mean, I know almost nothing about the science of someone's body, but I think he's got that fast twitch, muscle fiber. So he's flying around out there, and it doesn't necessarily mean he's got big muscles, but they're tight in a sense where he's, just moving quickly all over the ice. And his clutch gene that he has is strong, and you see it when he's walking out of the tunnel for overtime. He's smiling, and he's just relishing in the opportunity, and he's optimistic about what he can do. So, he goes out there and he scores big goals and does things for us that we expect him to do at this point.
Two more questions, left side, fourth row.
For either of you. Gus just spoke about how tight of a bond this team has, and Paul said a couple times throughout this playoff how much you guys like each other. Just being around the guys on these road trips, does that kind of play a factor in how dominant you guys have been the last 2 years, pretty much on the road?
I mean, I love it. Boys will say, I mean, one of my favorite things to do is just play poker in the team suite and on the plane. And I think about those times being the things that I'll remember most about, you know, my time in the NHL, just especially on runs like this and last year where, you know, you're together so much. Those moments are definitely ones I'll never forget. So, yeah, I think it brings us tighter as a team for sure.
Last question, back right.
And Aaron, sort of in a similar vein to that, you've been with this group your whole career. You've seen the team evolve in a lot of ways. And I just wonder, like, what is it about right now that the chemistry of the group maybe that has allowed players to just step in and really find a role and contribute right away to the success that you guys have had the last 2 years on the ice especially?
Yeah, I mean, hockey's always that sport. I think, you know, you can say the same thing where you can go anywhere and into any room and you'll feel welcome. That's just a testament to the people that are in this game. But I think with us, it's just a good group with depth, big pieces like Oki that come in and have an instant impact like he did in that Boston series. And I just think it's just a tight-knit groove, weave of guys that just get along. I mean, it's kind of hard to say.